Hi everyone, thanks for joining me for vlog number 18. This is Marianne, mental health social worker and certified hypnotist, coming to you today just from the car. I'm catching up on a bit of work while my daughter does her cheerleading training. So as I said in my last couple of vlogs, it is Mental Health Week here in Australia, and in honour of Mental Health Week I will be doing a vlog every day this week, really just exploring some tips and strategies to assist us to improve our mental health and well-being. And as always, the purpose of my vlogs is to raise awareness, reduce stigma and start the conversation on mental health. Here in Australia, 1 in 5 people suffer from ill mental health, and sadly, suicide remains the leading cause of death for people aged 15 to 44 years. So with those very sad stats in mind, it is really important that we continue the conversation, that we encourage people to get support when they are struggling. So today I thought I would talk about stress. So stress is a natural part of life, and it's normal for us to have a certain amount of stress in our life. It motivates us, it gets us moving, and it helps us get the job done. But what is of concern is when we are under high stress, when the high stress is ongoing. So when we are continually under the pump, when we feel like we have so much on our plate that we are not coping, that is when our mental health and our well-being can be affected, also our physical health as well. So as I've said in previous vlogs, when we are in a high state of stress, we produce high levels of cortisol and adrenaline. They are the stress hormones. And when we have continued high levels of these stress hormones in our system, it will affect our mental health and our physical health as well. It can lead to anxiety, and it can lead to lowered mood, and it can also affect our sleep. Our immune system is also lowered, which can lead to physical illness as well. So clearly being in a state of high stress is not good for our physical or our mental health. So what can we do about this? It's really important for us to listen to our body. When we are feeling stressed, it is our body's way of telling us that something is not right, that we need to make a change. So I think looking at our lifestyle, looking at what is causing us that stress, where has the balance been tipped? Is it work? Is it family pressures? Is it that we are not getting enough self-care? We are not looking after ourselves? Is it our diet? Is it that we are not getting enough sleep? We need to actually listen to our body, listen to what it's telling us, and make some changes in order to reduce our stress levels. It's interesting. I think it has a lot to do with the glorification of being busy. We just accept that life is busy and that we are under stress, and it's almost like we wear busyness and high stress as a badge of honour, and I think that really does have to stop. As well as feeling guilty too. You know, we often feel guilty about spending time on ourselves, focusing on our self-care and putting ourselves first. So that guilt is something that needs to stop as well. It's important for us to look after ourselves and to, make attempts to reduce our stress levels in order to improve our mental health and our well-being. So I encourage you to, if you are under high stress, if you are feeling stressed, to look at your life and look at where you can make some changes. Focus on your self-care, make sure you're getting enough sleep, look at your diet, look at your relationships, look at what changes you need to make. And of course, if you need help, if you need support, reach out. There is help available.